Hello my friends and welcome to Super Awesome Toys. I'm Panama Sartan and today we're going to be taking a look at NECA's Friday the 13th Part 6 Ultimate Jason Voorhees. Let's check him out. Jason comes packaged in this closed box, which is the type of packaging NECA uses for their Ultimate figures. You can see here on the front the Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives movie poster, which is a very cool poster by the way. You have the hockey mask in the back and the gravestone with Jason Lives. It is a nice look for this box. So on the side here we have the Friday the 13th logo, Jason's gravestone, and NECA's and Real Toys logos. The other side has the same thing. And also the same thing here on the top. On the bottom we have a list of the people who worked on the figure. On the back we have some photos of the included figure and accessories, and a synopsis of what happened on part 4 and the beginning of part 6. It reads, as a child, Tommy Jarvis did what many others died trying to do. He killed Jason Voorhees, the mass murderer who terrorized the residents of Crystal Lake. Years later, tormented by the fear that maybe Jason isn't really dead, Tommy and a friend make a fateful trip to Jason's grave. As I said, this happened in Friday the 13th Part 4 when Tommy Jarvis killed Jason. And then on the beginning of Part 6, they travel to find Jason's grave and they revive Jason by mistake. Another cool thing about this box is that this front part is a flap held by Velcro. And you open it up like this and we are welcomed by a cool photo of the figure. And here on the other side you have a tray where you can clearly see the figure and the included accessories. Another nice touch about this box is that if you take this tray out, you end up with your figure here. But let's take the figure out of the way for a second. The inside of this tray looks like Jason's grave. You see his coffin here with the worms and spiderwebs. This is a very nice touch. I might not use it, but it is still a nice touch. And here we have Jason Voorhees out of the box and he really looks incredible. It is one of the best sculpted figures I have in my collection. This is the first NECA figure I have and I am very impressed with the quality. I know NECA's figures are top notch, but I have never had one before and now I can see what the fuss is all about. This figure is so awesome. I love this figure. The only thing I'm not so sure about though is the face sculpt and paint, since it looks, to me, it looks like tree bark. And I really don't like that, but it really is not a big deal because I'm not going to display Jason without his mask. And we're gonna take a look at the mask in a moment. Let's just first do a rundown on the figure. As you already know, this is Jason from Part 6, Jason Lives, and everything you see on this figure is straight out of the movie. The blood spattered pants, the machete holster, the knife, these darts he got from the tough guy in the paintball match, his green shirt with the bullet holes. Everything is straight out of the movie, and that is some awesome attention to detail. Now let's go over Jason's articulation so you can see how he poses. So, first of all, the head is on a ball joint so it can go left and right and slightly up and down. You don't get a lot of up and down movement though. The arms can rotate all around and can go up and down. And this shirt is made of a very soft rubber, so this part here doesn't hinder the arms articulation at all. His elbows are hinged, so you can bend them and you can also rotate them. The hands are also on ball joints, so you can rotate them. Move them side to side and up and down. The waist is on a ball joint, so you have a lot of movement here. The legs are also on ball joints, so you can move them forwards and backwards and also in and out. And again, this part of the pants is the same material as the shirt. A very soft rubber, and it doesn't hinder the leg articulation whatsoever. The knees can bend and also rotate side to side, and the feet are also on ball joints. That's the articulation on Jason Voorhees. So now let's take a look at his accessories. Jason includes his gravestone, which appears in the opening scene of the movie when Tommy and his friend visit the cemetery to verify that Jason is indeed dead. It is a hollow piece of plastic. Next up, we have this piece here, which is the fence post that Tommy used to stab Jason's corpse. It comes in two pieces. This part here is the part that melted off when the lightning hit and brought Jason back to life. To put this together, you just put this peg here into this hole and you end up with this rod. The problem with this piece is that it is very difficult to get Jason to hold it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It is very hard to slide this into the hole in his hand, and I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to break it. He also includes an extra hand with a bigger hole so he can hold his main weapon. And here is another problem I have with this figure. If I pull out this hand, the peg comes out. If you see here, there's no peg, and the peg is actually attached to the hand. He also includes this hunting knife. He can hold it with his stock hands, but as with the rod, it is very difficult to get him to hold it. And you can put the knife into this holster here. I really love the details in this holster. His other weapon is of course his machete. As with the knife, you can holster his machete like this. And also you can have him hold it with his other hand. And of course, the final accessory he includes is his hockey mask. Because what is Jason without his hockey mask? It slips on easily on his head to complete his iconic look. And there you go. This is Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 6 in all his glory. And I have to say that he looks incredible. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up. If you enjoyed this review, please make sure to leave a like as it helps the channel grow. And also subscribe so you don't miss out on the reviews. Take care guys, and I'll talk to you in another episode of Super Awesome Toys. Hello friends and welcome to the after credit scene. We just took a look at NECA's Ultimate Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 6. And when I realized NECA was going to release this figure, I was all over it. I needed that figure because Jason, after Freddy Krueger, is my favorite slasher. And since I love everything Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, I just wanted to talk to you guys about another vinyl. That's no surprise. That would be the soundtrack for Friday the 13th Part 2 by Harry Manfredini. This was released by Waxwork Records. It is a very nice album. If you've seen the movie, you know the soundtrack. This soundtrack is kind of very iconic. Has a lot of sounds like the you see all over the Jason movies. Okay, so this soundtrack includes a nice poster. Includes a nice poster for the cover. So if you want to hang that up, you can. And also, this is just a one vinyl thing. It comes in this nice jacket, this nice inner sleeve. And this is, I believe this version is the Pamela Voorhees sweater version, I think. I bought it a while ago, so I don't remember. This is the other side. And the record comes in a nice gatefold cover. So this is the front, this is the back. We have Pamela's head here. This is the scene for the Jason's house. And on the inside, you have this nice scene with Jason here and some campers about to do the dirty, and they're gonna get slashed. So, you know, very nice album. You can pick it up at waxworkrecords.com. I missed out on the original, the Friday the 13th soundtrack, but I was sure to pick this one up. It's a very recommended, very good album. If you like soundtracks, go pick it up.